Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. You may notice that I had a bit of a change in background because apparently my the room where I usually use my computer is the air conditioning is kind of busted. So I moved to a temporary location to cool myself down while the other one is in repairs. So while I'm at it, I might as well do some more countdown commentaries on my birthday countdown last year. So the second stop is 2006 when I was 12 years old, and it was the first time I learned how to animate. The software I used was I've learned how to use it how to animate that time was Macromedia Flash 8, and it is a software I've been using ever since. I never upgraded to any of the modern ones like Adobe Animate or Toon Boom Harmony. I heard they're either super expensive to keep almost continuously paying for, and I heard some of them are a bit iffy, especially if since they want you to have some AI stuff. And also, since the only legal software from Adobe I have is Photoshop, but I learned to avoid using AI at all times. I actually did try a little bit, but every image I generate looked awful. I'm like, ugh. I'd rather draw than use it. I was like, ugh, these look awful, especially the dinosaur pictures. But I have heard that some people can still get in trouble for using the pirated stuff, and even you can even your creations can still be flagged and still be taken down. I mean, hence the Odd Nations cartoon with Disventure Camp. That some of their animations got taken down by Toon Boom Harmony, saying that Toon Boom Harmony was they were using an illegal version of Toon Boom Harmony, when in actuality it was completely legal and it was just some random guy pretending to be a crew member telling them about this or something like that. I don't know if this is ever going to happen to me, but I'd rather not upgrade. I'm just going to stick with Macromedia Flash 8 for as much as I can and for as long as I can use the computers until maybe I might need to get a new computer that can't use that version of Flash anymore. It's scary, but who knows? Anyways, it was my first time animating. Unfortunately, all my animations I made in 2006 to 2007 have been completely taken, are completely lost because I gave away my computer that had them to somebody else. And the hard drive was erased and stuff, so I could never get it back. The earliest that have survived are available on my old animations playlist in case you're interested. Anyway, so I forgot to bring something up. Sorry about the delay. I'm just bringing up my list of honorable mentions. So anyways, what is my most favorite cartoon of 2006? Surprisingly, it was a bit dry on it was a little dry on the cartoons of 2006. I don't know which date 2006 shows I super like, but the best one I can think of is Tom and Jerry Tales, and in my honest opinion, that's the last great thing Tom and Jerry related. And most of the Tom and Jerry stuff in recent years hasn't been that great. Like Tom and Jerry 2014, which was animated by the same people who made Hi Hi Puffy Yami Yumi and the Mr. Men Show. And of course, there's the Tom and Jerry 2021 movie where they're in New York and in live action, and it kind of looks a little like a Grand Theft Auto game with the characters looking all cartoon in a realistic setting. It's a bit odd, but at least they don't look like the live action Lion King, but it's still very odd. Like I said, in my opinion, Tom and Jerry Tales was the last great thing Tom and Jerry related, and it was released the same year as the death of Joseph Barbera, one of the co-creator of Tom and Jerry and Hanna-Barbera, which would be the founders, which would later lead to Cartoon Network and stuff. My honorable mentions that year are the Fantastic Four cartoon series. They actually had one back then, Scatoony. I remember watching a bit of that in the UK, and I decided to check out the North American version, which was released later, because it had the Total Drama cast members guest appearing. There's Viva Pinata. I only seen one episode, but I was told about some of it. It was recently a game. The only one I've seen is the one where one of the Pinata characters was accused of cannibalism, like cannibalism and stuff. And he goes, and it all acts like Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lamb, or something like that. It's a very, very strange. It's very weird. And there's the final one I'll say is the Amazing Angelini Brothers, where they had these acrobatic performers, kind of like acrobats or something like that. They do a lot of flips or something like that, a lot of performances. It's like a circus or something. Anyways, my most favorite animated film that year is Over the Hedge. Yeah, it was a show. I remember watching this a lot on the plane. I was like super addicted to it. It's about a little Ocean's 11, but for kids on animals, on stealing food or something like that. It's really fun. It's quite funny, and I do get a lot of slapstick and stuff. It was one of DreamWorks' super funny shows. Not too much of a plot, but a very simple plot that's mainly a heist, but still enjoyable nevertheless. My honorable mentions are Happy Feet, which is interesting how you can make realistic penguins and make it a great movie. In fact, if you want realistic looking animated, realistic looking animals done right instead of The Lion King, check out Happy Feet. You'll be dancing a lot. Flushed Away, the last animated film that was Aardman and DreamWorks collaborated. It's just a shame because I was hoping they would make at least 2 more like they originally planned, but the box office results, DreamWorks was a bit money. We've got to have money. And then there's the direct-to-video or TV film The Looney Tunes Christmas Bah Humdug, a modern parody of A Christmas Carol, where Daffy plays the role of Ebenezer Scrooge, and Porky Pig plays the part of Bob Cratchit. And it's pretty cute. Of course, nothing can beat the Patrick Stewart BBC movie or the Muppets Christmas Carol or even Mickey's Christmas Carol, but I think it's a nice modern rendition of it. And Codename Store Operation Zero, showcasing who was like one of the earliest members of the Codename Kissing Store, and apparently number 1's dad was number 0. Oh, did I spoil that? I'm sorry. Anyways, now here's my favorite video game, because let me tell you, fellas, I was like super game crazy back in 2006. There was a lot of things in 2006 I was playing, so it was really quite difficult for me to choose which one, but I think I made a good selection. And Mortal Kombat Armageddon, I think, tops it all. It's the game. It was the last PlayStation 2 and Xbox Mortal Kombat game. It was the only Wii game of Mortal Kombat, and that's the game where you get to create your own Mortal Kombat character, and it had pretty much every playable Mortal Kombat character released for that available at the time. It had about 63 characters. You have the Wii version, 62 characters. If you have the Wii version, you get 63. Almost every character was available. Imagine NetherRealm Studios making another Armageddon and include pretty much every Mortal Kombat character there is, and maybe introduce some new ones, because I feel like they need to introduce some new ones. I think we got a little too many guest characters. Anyways, my honorable mentions, one honorable mention that came super close. It was originally supposed to be my most favorite video game, but Armageddon beat it by a hair. It's the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy game. I was obsessed with that game, and that game is what made me super addicted to the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and it was my introduction to Fred Burger. And knowing that Weird Al Yankovic was the announcer, it was one of the few times that I got super into Weird Al Yankovic before I knew he was a musician singing songs like Dare to Be Stupid. I first knew him more as a voice actor, but when I got to know his music more, I was addicted. I got into Weird Al. Thanks to Transformers and the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. There's Bionicle Heroes, which is like one of the Traveler's Tales Lego games, but quite different. It was the last Bionicle. I believe that was the last Bionicle video game, and it was I think it was the last time. I don't know. I remember playing this a lot, and I managed to almost complete 100% of it, and it was Of course, nothing kind of beats the other Lego games like Lego Star Wars, but I thought Bionicle was a bit of a fun ride too. And speaking of which, there's Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. I managed to complete 100% of that game, and again, it was really fun. And you get to create your own Lego characters. I would often create a naked Darth Vader for some reason. Now really, there's an option where you can make a character naked. Weird, right? And there's Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which was a game where you have 4 characters, up to choose a 4-character army, and you get to play as you get to switch as them, and you get to play as some of your favorite Marvel characters, even the ones I didn't know at the time, like Deadpool, Thor, and Captain America. I was more interested in Iron Man, The Thing, Spider-Man, and the Human Torch, or the Fantastic Four at the time. I only had the PS2 version, so I was not able to enjoy the Xbox 360 version, which had the downloadable characters of Hulk and Venom or Doctor Doom. And I will say I kind of like the sequels a bit more, but it was a nice nostalgic trip. So anyways, what happened in this animation? So when I look up, it says here, sorry I couldn't be here, so here's a cheese and a letter, signed Jerry. So Jerry couldn't be there, so he just delivered me some cheese. I just opened the letter anyway, and the letter is from Super Pan Arts. What is my favorite video game of 2006? And I said to them, you'll soon see me in a moment. And then I looked again, and there's this thing called Spuddies. Hammy was here, the acorns and the nuts thing. This means it's over the hedge. If you've seen the film with the heist, with the stealing the cookies and the Spuddies and the nuts thing, I mean, if you've seen Hammy's character, and if you've seen how he was like at the end, it's kind of funny. Show now. Here's a funny toy thing. Now this slide thing is called Show and Tell, and it says here Super Pan's Arts Fave. So I put this in, and I put on a little record thing. So this thing is called the Show and Tell. It was a toy from the 60s or 70s where they had these little slider things, and they had this little radio thing. So you place in the radio, you place in the little slider thing, and then you play the little radio thing, and then you let them play a slide thing or something like that. I remember seeing this in a Malaysian antique shop, and I remember the one I remember hearing is the animal warnings, where it showcases a rattlesnake having a venomous bite, and it's giving a warning when it rattles, or a beaver that has this tail that's like showing a bit of a warning or something like that. And apparently, the person's favorite video game is the Wii Sports, which I did remember playing a lot as a kid. It was one of my exercises for a bit, but so anyways, I looked over there and I see what's that noise? And then it turns out it's Chameleon, the one from Armageddon. She was originally excluded in the other versions, but then she made her appearance in the Wii version. So then I looked down and I just opened the package. And here I am playing, here I am with the TV just doing my weights, while a character from some anime is playing on the Wii U, and it's the Wii Fit music is playing. And I was like, what? I've moved on from the Wii Fit. I'm just sticking to the real thing. I used to exercise a lot on the Wii Fit, but nowadays I just use my real treadmill and my real weights and other exercises. I even have a trainer just to help me keep myself up straight or something like that. So, anyways, that's my talk on the 2006. And that was the last year I was a full kid. Next time is when I become a teen. Hope you've enjoyed this video.